Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, now Brady. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Hey, 66.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He'll get this to Eckler. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a 2nd one, that's on you. And if there's a 3rd one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears under 2nd-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by their now 30-year-old quarterback, Cam Newton, MVP of the league back in 2015.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously he was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now.
At the 23-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Regular.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
1st down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Right 57.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score, Chiefs 10.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walton. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 15 carries, 56 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's it. Mike 57, I got you.
This is Geis. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Deshaun Hand, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Brady now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Rivers providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Newton to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Giving 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 24, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To throw is Brady. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
72.
On second down, here's Brady. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Check.
False start, offense.
At the 18-yard line.
They get that one on the left tackle, Russell Okung. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll be caught by Cup. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one goes against Russell Okung, the veteran. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here is Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 17-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. Complete to Washington. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
I think he gunned down a few guys.
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Brady's throw there complete, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Push him back. Hey, 66.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
Ready? Mike by 4. Mike by 4. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Newton on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Right here, right here.
Throwing again on second down. Newton, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be third down. To the air again, Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Sets up fourth down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, check it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, it's Newton.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
At their 49.
Now a run with Geis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Foster. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Robert Foster.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Brady. James has got it, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
Jesse James. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Brady. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
First down, Kansas City.
Let's go, D.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie. Watch the run. They're running it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Newton. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's not going to get me.
20-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Chiefs on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Brady. can't get away, and Brady will go down. DeMarcus Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. They still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Newton. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler.
Get ready. Get ready. 54. Check. Watch 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Newton. It's complete to Fuller. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Newton throwing again. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Newton. He's got Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, fellas. 54 to Mike. Check. Watch 54. Army.
From the red zone now, Newton. Got an open man. It's Washington. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Geis, they'll try to run it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Jacket, reload!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
72.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, Tom.
I know he ain't got it.
Newton on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton able to find his running back, Geis. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. To the air again, Newton. Open man, here's Foster. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Newton. Open man, Butler complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is Butler making the catch. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run with Walton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Tight end left. 4 down.
Now Newton on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they said the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Joker.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chiefs, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they dropped their 7th game on the year, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.